Oh my. Oh dear. Oh my god. I neglected these guys. Just for a bit. I haven't even been away that long. Randy little gits. Look at them all. Oh my god. What? Hey, I bet you got some good trades though. Hey you, B-man. Oh yes. Oh yes. Now which one was it? Honestly, I haven't got a clue which one it was. Hey, keep still. No, come. Which one? Oh yes. Oh no, did he want the actual wood? Yes. Oh, now I haven't got enough because I turned it all into planks. Like a meth. Oh, now I've got the same problem again. Is it you? No. You. No. You. Keep. Nope. Oh my god. No, it's not you. Oh, good lord. Oh my. Keep still. Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Feed the Beast with KorisTg. If you watched the last episode, you'll know that recently I did a recording session where I was half asleep and ended up having to do the voiceover over the top of it. Unfortunately, for me anyway, this is the same recording session, so you get to listen to me do my radio chat show host impression again, and yeah. Here we go. Right, okay, so what we're doing today, guys, is we're setting up the furnace system for our power supply. Now, we've already got the tree farm going, and we want all of the wood to be going into these furnaces, into this chest, and then we're going to take it upstairs to the generators. But before I talk about that, I wanted to say thanks, because at the time of recording this, the last episode's only been up a couple of hours, and everyone's been really supportive on it so far. So I wanted to just say a big thanks to anyone that's given the thumbs up, anyone who's commented, or anyone who's just spoke to me directly. It's really appreciated. Okay, and yeah, so I was also thinking, well, maybe, you know, since if this takes off as well this time round as it did last time, maybe this is something I might do on a infrequent basis, you know, just every now and again put out one of these, because it's actually something I'm not very used to, so that's why it'd be infrequent. But if you guys like this, I might put out more things like this in the future. So I've put in levers on these pipes just so that I can control if I do or don't want wood from this machine. So say we've got plenty of coal and I'm not worried about it, we can always shut off these machines so that we've got the wood there available to us as well. And as you can see on the floor above, pointing downwards, we've got a bat box. And we only need a bat box for this because at the moment all it's powering is our electric furnaces. Nothing too exciting, it doesn't use that much energy, so we will be fine with a bat box for now at least. It might be something we have to upgrade in the future, but for now anyway, like I say, it's going to be fine, not a problem at all. And what we're going to do is we're going to have power going upstairs, but that's going to be most likely an MFE because we're going to have more machines upstairs. So yeah, that's fine by there. And this is a bit of an achievement moment for me. As I said to you in one of the previous episodes, I never ever use project tables properly. And this is my very first plan I'm about to write. Here we go. Look at that. I'm really proud of myself for doing something basic in Feed the Beast. And it's for a piston, so that should be quite useful. At least I'm hoping it's useful. And yeah, so we've got that, and this is another thing, right? I'm about to make a timer, right? And what I do and I will point it out to you when it happens, is when I'm making the pointer, I shift click, because I'm used to making stuff in a crafting table, not a project table, and I'm forever just shift clicked, because I shift click naturally anyway on using the crafting table. So when it comes to using the project table, which I don't use that much, I just shift click out of habit, and oh my god, I don't know if it's just me, but it's every time I use it, I do it at least once on whatever I'm making. It's absolutely ridiculous. So anyway, we're in the middle of making the timer, and as you can see, it uses 9 pieces, all based on the stone wafer being the main base material for it. That and redstone, obviously. If you don't know how to make it, you just simply shove a smooth stone block into a furnace and it gives you plenty of stone wafers. I can't remember off the top of my head how many you get, but it's plenty of them, and you're ready for my shift click. Boom! 5 of them. Oh god. And I needed 2. So there you go. Mistakes all around. It's constantly happening to me, seriously. I'm used to it happening now. I just find it funny. Sorry, my throat's getting dry. 1 second, guys. Sorry about that. Right, I wanted to give you a bit of caution with these. These timers are excellent. You can set them to how often you want them to go off. So you can set it off half a second, 20 seconds, 30 seconds. But if you have lots of these running at a very fast pace on a multiplayer server, you will cause lag to that server. It's a lot of updates for the server to handle, so I do advise caution when using these. Make sure you don't have them going too fast, otherwise your server host may give you a grumpy face. And now we move on to the transposer. The transposer is an excellent little device. Even if you give it a redstone signal, it won't pump items into the Redpower pipes unless there's space in the destination for it. So this is the reason why I'm using these. It makes sure that I've not got pipes full of items waiting to go into the devices I've got. And this is one of the reasons I made the pistons. And yeah, it's really good device. I absolutely love these. But as I say, it takes a timer as well though to use these, so I don't know how many we're going to be able to use on the server, because we've just upgraded, so it shouldn't be a major problem, but you know, we'll have a go. There's also rumours that the Redpower might be getting removed from the mod packs. I hope that's not true, because I love it. And here I can give you a quick tip on the transposers. What you want is the large hole in the transposer to be facing the inventory you're using, and the small hole to be facing the pipe. And the easiest way to do this, to save yourself from having to use your screwdriver, is to face the way you want your transposer to go. And I've never had an instance where it hasn't worked when I've done that, so that's very useful, I find, anyway. Okay, and now I move on to making some glass fiber cables. The first recipe that comes up when you do this in NEI is the redstone one, and I wanted to give you a heads up, because if you use silver instead of the redstone, just literally take out the redstone, replace it with silver, instead of getting 4, you actually get 6, which is really good. And I'm really glad I clicked through the pages, because otherwise I would have just made 4, and diamonds at our base camp at the moment are in really short supply, especially after making that tree farm. That took 5 of them, so yeah, we're struggling for diamonds basically. I don't end up using these, but I wanted to show you how I was placing the wires. I could have easily cut this out, to be honest with you, but yeah, these wires, they can go 40 blocks without losing any of the power that they're putting through them, whereas the copper ones I end up using will lose power after 6 blocks, I believe. So yeah, this is disappointing that I don't have enough of these to use them, but hey ho, it's always something we can upgrade in the future. And this is where we are going to have the MFE. The MFE is going to be for the room upstairs, and it's going to take a lot more power, so we really need to make sure that this system is balanced before we start moving on to making any other machines. So that's where we're at there. Right, now if you watched last episode, you will notice because I was half asleep, I kept making really simple mistakes. And unfortunately for me, this episode is not going to be any different. Like I said, this is the same recording session, and just coming up there is just a couple of very simple mistakes, because at this point I was trying to place these torque and I hadn't fully figured out where the wires were going before I started placing them. So with my nightcap on, shall we say, I was really struggling to try and talk and do this at the same time. But right, are we ready? It's not quite just yet. Right, I've got nothing else on my notes. There it is. I covered up the transposer with the wire. Oh dear. Someone tell him, Koris, you're an idiot. This made me laugh when I came back to put the pipes in, but I just thought it'd be funny to point it out to you anyway. There's another one coming up, don't worry about it. Obviously the whole system requires power, with the furnaces below being electric furnaces. So I just popped in a bit of fuel just to get the whole system going, and I used the cold coke on that, and I just chuck the rest of it downstairs, why not? And right, where are we up to? Right, so now we've got the wires in place, and it's time to start setting up the timer for this. The time to set up the timer. And this is another one where I was being a bit silly. I think I didn't really need that red alloy wire. I could have easily put the timer below the transposer and it would have worked perfectly fine, but like I say, I don't think I was thinking straight during the whole of this recording. And you actually get to see me flapping as all my items are kicked out onto the floor, because I'd used that chest just to hold on to a few of my things whilst I was doing the build. It makes me laugh. It does. It really makes me laugh. So now I think we've fixed the wire, haven't we, at this point? Yeah, because otherwise that wouldn't have been kicking out everywhere, would it? So, and this is where I'm hiding the pipes. It's just behind the wall and it's going straight up the stairs. This isn't the best piping system for pneumatic pipes, and I will explain that a little bit better in a bit, but for now I'm just going to say to you, this isn't really the best system I could have set up for this. Now what we've got our wood that we need to set up, because this is all ready now so it can start kicking upstairs, and this is what it looks like when you let your tree farm get a little bit out of hand whilst you're building. So we do need to set all this up. These gathering a lot more than what I can handle now, so we're going to test out that the system works with the wood, and I can tell you in hindsight it's a perfect system. No, it's not, but it works. And yeah, so the charcoal's already leaving the first furnace. It's going into the chest. The transposer's just kicked it out. It'll take a few seconds, and there goes our charcoal into the generators. Brilliant. So it's one of those systems, it powers itself as well, which is I always find those types of systems really useful. And so we've got our wood farm going. We've got our cooking system going for the wood. Now I can explain to you exactly what I meant about the pipes. We're going to hold the wood in this barrel in case we get overflow. Then it's going to come along, and you can see where I've dug out for the pipes. Now you'll see I've gone a long way round to get to these That's because if the pipe is an equal distance when it splits to the two machines that it's going to, it will actually split out the goods it's given them evenly. Whereas if you have one that's closer than the other, it will send it to the closest one first, and that's why the system upstairs isn't the best, because I've got the bat box in the middle, which means I can't put the pipe in the middle, and just the one generator, it will receive all of the charcoal before the others receive it. But luckily we're getting plenty of wood. And here's another mistake. I put the pipe in the side. Don't put the pipe inside, because that feeds it into the exit slot. Don't do that. It's a silly move. Don't worry, I'll fix it in a minute. But yeah, so you can see these pipes are equal distance, even though that shouldn't be going in the side. It's going to go in the top. I'm going to show you in a second. And this is equal distance, which means that we get our goods given out evenly to them. So here's the room now, done and dusted. I've got everything hidden away, and I'm going to just show you where I've got everything. Once he's, oh yeah, because I'm explaining, I used the covers, the marble brick covers, to separate the furnace from the pipes on the side there. If you didn't know you could do that, you most certainly can. And maybe I'll change it for another colour. Maybe I can get like an iron block and use that, but that's what I've used for now anyway. And here we've got our pipes. I've got another transposer underneath the barrel, which you probably get a better look at in a second. It's going straight down because, like I say, the big hole has to be on the bottom. It needs to be on the inventory you use, and the barrels kick out downwards, so you need that transposer to be facing downwards. And then I've curved the pipe round and up again. So you can see here the example of it splitting the goods evenly. You can see there just about, I'm sorry, this is commentary after the recording, but yeah, and you can see we've got plenty of charcoal going up now. Probably a bit too much. I might need to turn down the timer in order to make sure we don't have that many items floating around inside the pipes. But yeah, this is a working system. I'm really quite happy with this. We just need to get the rail going for this now. And here we go, you can see the transposer a bit better now. Yeah, so we just need to get the Railcraft carts working with this now. And I must admit, I've not used them before, so this might take me this might take me a while to record, but I'm sure I'll kick it out to you as quickly as I can. And yeah, I think that's about it now. We are getting very close to our wrapping up point. On the next episode, I'm going to try and do the Railcraft stuff. Also, I've got plans to start doing armor soon, because the power armor, yeah, there's certain bits of it that are quite expensive, but the actual armor itself isn't that expensive. So I'm planning on doing that fairly soon, because these villagers, they're a handful to look after. I feel like I need some better armor in order to do that properly, and I've not really done anything apart from build a jetpack in terms of machines like that. So we will get that done the next step. The carts or the armor, you'll see by the title on the next episode, I'm sure. And at that, I want to thank you all for joining me today. Really appreciate it, and really appreciate anyone that's given the thumbs up to the last episode, or watched and commented, or even just spoken to me directly. Really appreciate it. So I hope you've enjoyed this episode, and I hope you join me for the next episode. Thanks a lot, guys. I'll see you next time.